Chinese cuisine has been exported to all corners of the globe and has been adapted to suit many a culture and palate. But visitors to the Shanghai area can sample the gastronomic complexities of the Chinese menu at its most traditional. But for visitors to the Kejiang Forest Sports City Arena, the focus is firmly on tennis, and it was Andy Murray and John Isner who kicked off round 3 proceedings on Stadium Court. The American specialises in winning tiebreaks and looked like he'd continue that trend in the opener here.
It's incredible tennis. I couldn't believe it when he was teeing up the drop shot. Executed it perfectly.
Murray's only hope would be to keep the set shorter, and gaining a crucial break at the business end of the second, it looked like he might just do that.
It's the returner who this time gets the better of the server.
A single break in the third set was enough for the third seed to make it past the US number 1 and be the first name through to the quarterfinals.
It's a hard-fought victory for Murray. Isner never makes it easy for anybody.
Top seed Novak Djokovic met Spanish number 3 Feliciano Lopez for a place in the last 8. In the early stages, it was the world number 1 coming out on top in the longer rallies.
Oh yes, wonderful defence.
With set 1 wrapped up, the Serb sensation was continuing his dominance in the second and not letting Lopez settle on his serve.
Oh, he knew it straight away.
Once again, Djokovic wrapped up the match with little bother. It was ominous form from the top seed as he continued his unbeaten run in China this year.
For the 5th time in his career, Djokovic is able to reach 70 match wins in a season.
Kei Nishikori took to grandstand court to battle top 10 newcomer Kevin Anderson in their round 3 matchup. There was little to choose between the two as the opening set went to a tiebreak. The South African came through the mammoth opener and the fine margins continued in the second set. After losing a game to love when serving for the match, Anderson needed the help of Hawkeye to confirm he'd won the match and booked a place in the quarterfinals.
Obviously it's disappointing going up the break serving for the match, but just try to reset. I felt I was playing great tennis, and just pretended that at that 6-5 that it was just on serve, and obviously I think in the end I did a very good job of moving on from that 5-4 game.
It took Rafael Nadal 3 sets to break down the big serving Ivo Karlovic in round 2, but in round 3, faced with another ace machine Milos Raonic, the Spaniard was dominating from the off.
That's got a familiar look to it.
The Canadian number 1 stayed with Nadal for longer in the second set, but still had no answers for the former world number 1's aggressive baseline play.
Oh, what anticipation there. And then to have the necessary skill to be able to make that final shot.
The second set went all the way, but Rafa never looked troubled in the tiebreak.
I'll be delighted with his performance this evening. It's Nadal who is safely through to the Elite 8 here in Shanghai.
Having slayed Roger Federer in round 2, Albert Ramos Vinolas went out to cause another shock against Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. The Spaniard took the first set, but the 16th seed managed to turn the tide to make it through to the quarterfinals in 3 sets. Stan Wawrinka also needed a deciding set to make it past battling Marin Cilic. The French Open champion was a set and a break up, but after the Croatian number 1 levelled the match, the Swiss number 2 rallied to find a way to win. Last year's runner-up in Shanghai was Gilles Simon, but he was always playing catch-up against 5th seed Thomas Berdych on Stadium Court. A comfortable win for the Czech in the end, meaning neither of 2014's finalists made it past round 3. As the Shanghai Rolex Masters reaches the business end, the level is ramping up, and the big names remaining will all go again on Friday for a place in the final 4.